Hey, everybody. Call the meeting to order, 6:08. Apologize for the mild delay. We had an executive session prior to the meeting for personnel matters. Everyone want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Roll call, please.
Flossie?
Here.
Derlin?
Here.
Fitzgerald?
Here.
Hannah?
Here.
Jordan?
Here.
King? McCusker? Here. Nolan?
Here.
Stockdale?
Here.
9 here.
Thank you. We held our meeting on January 18th, the regular meeting, and we had a general purpose meeting on the 26th. Minutes are as noted. Can I have a motion to approve?
So move.
Second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Order reports. Student report.
Good evening. I'm Chloe Burke and I will be doing the student board report tonight. Starting off with wrestling, the junior high wrestlers have a record of 3 wins and 13 losses. Both Lane Price and Keegan Bagley have a personal record of 16 wins and 3 losses. The varsity wrestlers have a team record of 1 win and 9 losses. Colton Wade has a personal record of 24 wins and 3 losses and is currently ranked 15th in the state at 106 pounds. Rocky Finnegan has a personal record of 18 wins and 9 losses and is ranked 12th in the Northeast region. Cruz McCusker has a personal record of 15 wins and 13 losses and is ranked 11th in the Northeast region. Porter Dawson has a personal record of 21 wins and 12 losses and is ranked 9th in the Northeast region. The team will head off to sectionals on February 19th. Next, with basketball, the JV boys team has a record of 6 wins and 6 losses. The varsity boys has a current record of 6 wins and 10 losses, winning out their last 6 games. If the boys win 2 more of their games, they will be headed to playoffs. On Saturday, Trey Higley tied the current school record of 17 charges taken in a season. The girls' varsity team has a current record of 4 wins and 14 losses. The junior high boys team season is coming to an end. The 8th grade team has a record of 7 wins and 5 losses, and the 7th grade team has a record of 3 wins and 9 losses. Last week, February 10th, NHS was finally able to induct the junior members. The induction took place in the auditorium. This was Ms. Koshak's first year as the NHS advisor in planning an induction. The ceremony turned out great. A big shout out to Mallory Dickinson and Elijah Geis for performing and making it to district chorus. They traveled to the Community Arts Center in Williamsport on Friday the 11th. Scholarship Challenge will also be taking place on Saturday, March 5th. Lastly, Ski Club has taken 2 trips this year to Montage Mountain and will be taking a day trip to Elk Mountain this Friday. This is all I have for tonight's report. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, over to administrative reports. I do have a report here from Stacy, which I'm guessing she's not. I can read that quick. There's a few things of interest on here, I believe. The baseball preseason workouts have begun. Softball pitchers and catchers have begun preseason workouts, which is fantastic. Winter sports season is beginning to wind down. Teams have worked hard and have grown athletically. This season, we were able to add tournaments to the junior high boys basketball schedule as well as the junior high wrestling schedule. Great opportunities for both teams. Preparation has begun to schedule winter sports banquets. Cheerleading showcase is being prepared and will likely be scheduled at the beginning of March. There's a note on here to the link to the athletics webpage if interested. And there are 4 upcoming events. The first is the junior high wrestling sectionals, which is February 18th at Athens High School. Varsity wrestling sectionals, which is February 19th at Athens. Boys and girls basketball district playoffs starting the week of February 21st. Locations are to be determined, and as stated above, the cheerleading showcase is to be determined. You want to start with the reports?
Sorry about that. I'd like to give a shout out to Lorena Marquardt, who was selected as the January 2022 Student of the Month. And I have nothing to add to my written report other than that.
Thank you. Dr. Zwadi, anything to add?
I only wanted to expand upon one of the items in my written report. I had mentioned that we held our early intervention meetings. These are meetings that we have with families that are planning on enrolling their child in kindergarten and they're receiving early intervention services through BLAST. This year, we offered a hybrid meeting model where parents were either able to participate virtually or come in person. And that has really increased our attendance in those meetings. It was really great to see the families come out, and it's extremely helpful to us to know, what students' needs are coming in into kindergarten. And so we really appreciated the cooperation of the IU and facilitating that type of model, and also with the families and coming out to meet us. And I just want to encourage families that if they have students that they're planning on enrolling in kindergarten, to come in and we'll get that started. We can schedule meetings, and especially if they have an anticipated need for their child, to please reach out so we can start making those plans.
Excellent. Ms. Kaler?
To piggyback on Dr. Zawadi, just a reminder that kindergarten registration, you need to contact the elementary office to set up an appointment. The dates for those will be February 23rd through the 25th. And we encourage everyone to get their kiddos registered so that way they can participate in Ready Freddy, which will run through March. Other than that, I have nothing in addition to my board report, my written report.
Thanks. Mr. McMahon? All right. Sounds good. Anybody have any questions? As of now, we don't have any public input, either virtually or here in the auditorium. There is no executive session at this time as subject in the agenda. As I said previously, we're going to try to avoid having the start and stop executive sessions in the middle of the meeting. As I said, we did have a session prior to the meeting. We are going to engage in executive session after the meeting today. But other than that, we'll move forward. I just did want to say one other thing before we moved ahead is we do have John Audi from Sweet Stevens Cat Williams present with us today. So as we navigate through our agenda here, we'll discuss a little bit more about that and potentially give John a few minutes to take the floor. If nothing else, we'll move on to finance.
Okay. The Finance Committee recommends the acceptance of the following reports. The Treasurer's Report number 7 for January, the Cafeteria Fund for January, the Building Fund for January, the Capital Project Fund for January, the second quarter High School Activity Fund, the second quarter High School Athletic Fund, and the second quarter Elementary School Activity Fund, and I so move.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Okay, the Finance Committee recommends the approval of the check registers and the January budget summary totaling $977,933.46, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The Finance Committee recommends the approval of the NTCC 22-23 operations budget, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on that approval? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The Finance Committee recommends the approval of the Blast IU 17-22-23 proposed general operation budget, and I so move.
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Finance Committee recommends the approval of the following auditorium payment requests. MHE Engineering for $7,332.16, and I so move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. I do have a quick question. How far, we're pretty much winding down on that, aren't we, as far as?
Yeah, essentially what they did with this one is GR Noto. They're trying to wind down GR Noto, but of course we're still waiting on some of the electrical components that they had put out to Guyat Communications. So, all right. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting, and then of course HEPCO has to wait until everyone's done.
Did we hold retainage on that?
Yes, we have retainage. Yeah, the only one we've released was Silvertip, and they had the mechanical, like the roof scuppers and some of the ducts. Yeah.
Okay.
What do we stand with the fire alarms? They went off again the other day.
Yeah. Chris, you want to take that?
No.
Yeah. Now can you hear me? Okay, thank you. It's been an ongoing issue here. We've had it here in the past week. We had it happen once when the contractor's still working here a little bit. And there's no resolve for that yet. These things are so sensitive that a cobweb or anything like that that could be floating through the air that passes in front and breaks that beam can set them off.
Okay.
So Fast, who's the alarm company, were here yesterday. I had to call them to have them come down and double check this. They did replace one of the operating control modules here in the storage room next to the stage, hoping that was a deficiency there. That might be the problem. So going forward, we're going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to let them know as soon as we have any issues, see if we can get to the bottom of it.
Thanks.
Sounds
Sure.
good. If no other questions, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all for the Finance Committee.
Athletics and Health.
Item
Anthony.
A, the Athletics and Health Committee recommends approval of the Athletic Training Services Agreement for July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025 with UPMC Sports Medicine, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
Item B, the Athletics and Health Committee recommends Aaron King as the Sullivan County High School Assistant Baseball Coach, and I so move.
Second.
Anyone have any questions? Roll call.
Blassie,
Yes.
Derlin,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
King,
I abstain.
McCusker, yes. Nolan,
Yes.
Stockdale.
Yes.
8 yeses, 1 abstain.
Motion carried. Congrats.
Item C, the Athletics and Health
Or
Committee.
with regret, whichever. Kidding.
Item C, the Athletics and Health Committee recommends the following revision to the 21-22 Sullivan County School District Athletic Coaches Handbook. Volunteer coaches must be 18 years of age and no longer enrolled in high school and have completed all requirements found in the volunteer coach's contract. Volunteer coaches must be approved by the head coach. Coaches must submit names to the athletic director 10 days prior to a committee meeting. This will ensure the name gets onto the board meeting agenda, and I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Just a follow-up to item C is there was a question about other revisions to the coach's handbook. I believe for 21-22, we will go case by case basis, and then the Athletics and Health Committee will dive deeper into the handbook when it comes due for next sporting season. And that is all for Athletics and Health.
Okay, thank you. Buildings and grounds.
An informational district organizations have submitted a use of facilities request for the Sullivan County High School Guidance Office ASVAB testing, the Sullivan County High School Guidance Office, the PFEW presentation, the National Honor Society induction ceremony, which already took place, Wellness Committee, NTIC health screenings, Sullivan County Elementary School Officer Reeves cyber safety presentation, Sullivan County Elementary School SC Library Elementary book bingo, Sullivan County Elementary School Ready Freddy program, Sullivan County Elementary School Music Auditorium for the K2 Spring Concert, Sullivan County Elementary Music Auditorium for 3rd through 4th Spring Concert, Sullivan County Elementary School Autumn Auditorium for the 5th and 6th Spring Concert. That's it.
Any questions on anything for buildings and grounds?
There was another one listed during our committee meeting, and we
had put that back.
okay.
It'll be on next month.
That,
Right?
That was because of a conflict. It would be
Yep.
week to week. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to get some clarification just to see if that was.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I should have followed up with that. Okay.
You guys okay? Curriculum.
Yep. Item A is an informational item. The committee was provided with a copy of the NTCC course catalog for the 2022-2023 programs of study. Any questions? Okay. And then B is also an informational item. The committee was provided with the NTCC proposed calendar for the 2022-2023 school year. And that's it.
Questions on any of that? Good. Personnel.
The Personnel Committee makes a recommendation regarding a request for unpaid time from a professional employee, and I so move.
You could name that person. No.
Oh, okay. make a recommendation regarding the request of unpaid time from Taylor Baldwin. And I so move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions? I just want to say thanks for the clarity. I know there were some questions around that, but we did seek clarity and got what we needed. Roll call, please.
Blasi,
Yes.
Derlin,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
McCusker, yes. Nolan,
Yes.
Stockdale.
Yes.
9 yeses.
I think what that also did, just without digging into the weeds, it did give us some gaps in the process when we researched it, so that we can better communicate next time if necessary. So I think all good outcome on that.
Item B, the Personnel Committee recommends approval to post and advertise for the anticipated SCHS Life Skills Classroom professional vacancy. And I so move.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on that? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
And that's it for personnel.
Policy?
All right, the first one, the Policy and Procedure Committee recommends approval of the proposed 2022-2023 district school year calendar, and I so move.
Second.
Any questions on that? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
The Policy and Procedure Committee recommends accepting the legal service proposal from Sweet, Stevens, Katz, and Williams for district solicitor services, and I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Before we move forward, I maybe give John the floor and yeah, sure.
It's over
Lance,
there.
yeah, actually, you can use that so we can actually hear you.
Nope.
It has to be on the screen.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. I want to just want to take an opportunity to introduce myself. I'm John Audi, Sweet Stevens, Katz, and Williams. Our firm main office is based in Doylestown. My office is in Princeton, which is really why I'm here today, because I'm in Doylestown. Our firm for 20 done nothing other than education law. So we do solicitorships, we do labor, and we do special ed services. We have about 25 attorneys at this time, and we're full service. So if you don't have me, you'll have someone else. We're very deep. I look forward to working with you and getting to know the administration and the board. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Hearing no questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. I just want to say before we take it to a vote, just for anyone listening, the board already knows, but we did go through a search process. Sweet, Stevens, Katz, and Williams does have a bit of history with the district. They've helped us with situations on several fronts over the years, and they did come to us with a really detailed and thorough portfolio and introduction to their staff members, and their bios and what they're all about. So we went through the process of seeking out what would lead us to believe that what surfaced was them as the best candidate for the new job. So with that, we'll take to a vote, and roll call, please.
Blasi,
Yes.
Derlin,
Yes.
Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
McCusker, yes. Nolan,
Yes.
Stockdale,
Yes.
9 yeses.
Good luck.
Congrats. Yeah.
Good luck to us all.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
He's got one.
I got the C. The board will complete the ballots for election of directors to Blast IU 17 board.
Yeah, as I described, last Tuesday's meeting, we have these ballots and it has the electors on them. So I'll just pass these out. And if you'll sign them, and I'll just collect them from you. And then at the end, the board president actually signs and the secretary attests that we've received all the ballots back. So.
Does anybody else have anything for policy and procedure? There's nothing.
Thank you.
So I'll, as we had said before, we're in transition with the committee. We'll go around. Mr. Derlin, do you have anything additional?
The Athletics and Health Committee, we're going to try to schedule a work session next week, depending on availability of administration and our members, to go over the athletic director role. That is all.
Thanks. Mr. Fitzgerald?
Just we'll vote on the request for use of facilities from Heisman at the next meeting. Okay.
Yep. Mr. King?
I don't have anything right now.
Ms. McCusker?
Nothing.
Mr. Stockdale?
The IU meets tomorrow and NTCC meets on Thursday.
So Shelley is NTCC and you're still hanging tough with the IU?
Right now I'm both. I'm
I
working
took
hard.
on NTCC and then something came up and I can't make it, so I asked him to go.
Did you get the hat?
I
you get
did.
to keep the hat?
You got that. They haven't thrown my little plaque yet.
All right, well, appreciate your services. Nothing? Ms. Jordan, nothing?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Okay.
I just got one quick thing. There's been a banner hanging in the gym for I don't even know how long now. Can we get that fixed? Like it's falling off the wall. I know it's something stupid, but it's showing on every live stream.
It's one of the kids' pictures, right?
No. If you're watching the live stream, it's right across in the left-hand side. It's been for quite some time. Thank you.
Curriculum committee will have another work session again next month. Just kind of pick up where we left off in terms of having conversations about administrative needs and looking forward to planning for next year.
Great. As of now, there's no public input, either virtually or here. If no one else has anything, like I said, there will be an executive session following the meeting. If nothing else, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, everybody.